24 is the natural number following 23 and preceding 25. The SI prefix for 1024 is yotta, and for 10-24 yocto. These numbers are the largest and smallest number to receive an SI prefix to date. In mathematics, 24 is the factorial of 4 and a composite number, being the first number of the form 23q, where q is an odd prime. Since 24 equals 4, it follows that 24 is the number of ways to order 4 distinct items. It is the smallest number with exactly 8 divisors: 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. It is a highly composite number, having more divisors than any smaller number. 24 is a semi-perfect number, since adding up all the proper divisors of 24 except 4 and 8 gives 24. Subtracting 1 from any of its divisors yields a prime number. 24 is the largest number with this property. 24 has an aliquot sum of 36 and the aliquot sequence. It is therefore the lowest abundant number whose aliquot sum is itself abundant. The aliquot sum of only one number, 529 equals 232, is 24. There are 10 solutions to the equation phi equals 24, namely 35, 39, 45, 52, 56, 70, 72, 78, 84 and 90. This is more than any integer below 24, making 24 a highly totient number. 24 is a non-agonal number. 24 is the sum of the prime twins 11 and 13. 24 is a Harshad number. 24 is a semi-meandric number. The product of any 4 consecutive numbers is divisible by 24. This is because among any 4 consecutive numbers there must be 2 even numbers, one of which is a multiple of 4, and there must be a multiple of 3. The tesseract has 24 two-dimensional faces. 24 is the only non-trivial solution to the cannonball problem, that is, 12 plus 22 plus 32 plus 242 is a perfect square. In 24 dimensions there are 24 even positive definite unimodular lattices, called the Niemeyer lattices. One of these is the exceptional Leech lattice, which has many surprising properties, due to its existence. The answers to many problems such as the kissing number problem and densest lattice sphere packing problem are known in 24 dimensions but not in many lower dimensions. The Leech lattice is closely related to the equally Nace-length 24 binary Golay code and the Steiner system S and the Matchy group M24. The modular discriminant delta is proportional to the 24th power of the Dedekind data function eta. Delta equals 12 eta 24. The Barnes-Wall lattice contains 24 lattices. 24 is the only number whose divisors, namely 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24, are exactly those numbers n for which every invertible element of the commutative ring Z, nZ, is a square root of 1. It follows that the multiplicative group times equals plus or minus 1, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 7, plus or minus 11 is isomorphic to the additive group 3. This fact plays a role in monstrous moonshine. It follows that in any number n relatively prime to 24, and in particular any prime n greater than 3, has the property that n21 is divisible by 24. The 24 cell, with 24 octahedral cells and 24 vertices, is a self-dual convex regular 4 polytope. It has no analog in any other dimension. Its 24 vertices can be expressed as the set plus or minus 1, plus or minus I, plus or minus j, plus or minus k, plus or minus 1, plus or minus I, plus or minus j, plus or minus k, 2, of unit quaternions, using all choices of signs. This set forms a group under quaternion multiplication, isomorphic to the binary tetrahedral group. The quotient of the unit quaternions S3 by this subgroup is identical as a metric space to the configuration space of a regular tetrahedron centered at the origin in 3 space. The 24 cell tiles 4-dimensional space. 24 is the kissing number in four-dimensional space. The maximum number of unit spheres that can all touch another unit sphere without overlapping. 24 is the second Granville number, the previous being 6 and the next being 28. It is the first Granville number that is not also a conventional perfect number. 24 is the largest integer that is evenly divisible by all natural numbers no larger than its square root. 24 is the Euler characteristic of a K3 surface. In science, the atomic number of chromium, the number of hours in a day, 24, is an approximation of the Avogadro constant. In religion, the number of books in the Tanakh. In Christian apocalyptic literature, it represents the complete church, being the sum of the 12 tribes of Israel and the 12 apostles of the Lamb of God. Number of Tirthankaras. Number of spokes in the Ashik chakra. In music, there are a total of 24 major and minor keys in Western tonal music, not counting enharmonic equivalents. Therefore, for collections of pieces written in each key, the number of pieces in such a collection, e.g., Chopin's 24 preludes. In sports, the number of teams that participated in each FIFA World Cup Finals tournament between 1982 and 1994. Also the number of teams that will participate in the finals of the FIFA Women's World Cup starting in 2015. 4 and 20 was an American racehorse. Under the basketball rules of FIBA, the NBA, and the WNBA, the offensive team has 24 seconds to attempt a shot. There are 24 players on the field at any given time in Canadian football. The jersey number 24 has been retired by several North American sports teams in honor of past playing greats or other key figures. In Major League Baseball, the Cincinnati Reds, for Hall of Famer Tony Perez, the Los Angeles Dodgers, for Hall of Fame manager Walter Alston, the Oakland Athletics, for Hall of Famer Rickey Henderson, the St. Louis Cardinals, for Hall of Fame manager Whitey Herzog, the San Francisco Giants, for Hall of Famer Willie Mays. The Seattle Mariners have yet to retire any numbers, but took number 24 out of circulation when Ken Griffey, Jr. was traded from the team after the 1999 season. In the NBA, the Boston Celtics, for Hall of Famer Sam Jones, the Golden State Warriors, for Hall of Famer Rick Barry, the Los Angeles Lakers, for future Hall of Famer Kobe Bryant, the New York Knicks, for Hall of Famer Bill Bradley, the Philadelphia 76ers, for Bobby Jones, the Phoenix Suns, for Tom Chambers, the Seattle Supersonics, for Spencer Haywood. The team has since relocated to become the Oklahoma City Thunder, but the Thunder has yet to issue any of the numbers retired by the franchise in Seattle. In the NHL, the Boston Bruins, for Terry O'Reilly, the St. Louis Blues, for Hall of Famer Bernie Fedico. In the NFL, the Baltimore Colts, for Hall of Famer Lenny Moore. The current Indianapolis Colts have yet to retire any numbers, but continue to honor all numbers retired by the franchise in Baltimore. The number of accepted runners in the Melbourne Cup. The number of car in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series owned by Hendrick Motorsports. The car has been driven by Jeff Gordon since its introduction in 1992. In other fields, 24 is also the number of bits a computer needs to represent true color images, the number of carats representing 100% pure gold, the number of cycles in the Chinese solar year, the number of frames per second at which motion picture film is usually projected, the number of letters in both the modern and classical Greek alphabet, for the latter reason, also the number of chapters or books into which Homer's Odyssey and Iliad came to be divided, the number of points on a backgammon board, a children's mathematical game involving the use of any of the 4 standard operations on 4 numbers on a card to get 24, the maximum number of knight companions in the order of the Garter, the number of the French department Dordogne. 4 and 20 is the number of blackbirds baked in a pie in the traditional English nursery rhyme Sing a Song of Sixpence.